Well, hello, my beautiful Gemini. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your career and money reading for the end of December 2024, right through the end of January 2025. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about, pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings and I will never reach out to you personally to offer one. Also, I will never ask you for money, e-gifts, or donations. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Gemini, this is your career and money reading. I'm going to get all of your cards first before I connect to an outcome. But before I start, I just want to make you aware that in this deck, there is one rogue card. It is different from all the others. It's meant to be there. It's not a mistake. So I just want you to be aware before I start shuffling, okay? So thank you so much, and let us begin. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Gemini? What do they need to know regarding their career and money situation? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to be aware of at this time? Can you please show them the way? Next 6 weeks, what is to occur for my beautiful Gemini in their industry, in their career, and in their financial situation? What are they meant to be aware of for their highest good? We have the seal. We have the mask. So I would definitely say that there is a good deal on offer for you. Some of you, I feel there's definitely change in your industry. So this could be new rules, regulations, policies changing. But also I feel for some of you, there could be a new contract. So it could be that a company you work for is merging and about to seal a deal there, and it means some sort of transformation for you. Could mean that a new contract has to be signed. I would always say read the fine print on that. Make sure that you're getting a good deal, because if you sign a new contract, even though you're in the same position, it can indicate all your benefits, bonuses, or salary will change based on the new contract. Anything that goes before is nullified. So, normally jobs, they can increase in finances with inflation, or they can, have certain benefits, but new contracts take all of that into account and may take it away. So just make sure that, this deal is good for you as well as everybody else. Let's just get the rest of your energy. I mean, the starting card for you is the Wheel of Fortune. So there is a change in your fortune, a change in your circumstances. Change is good. There's something coming in here that you are absolutely going to love. The Ace of Cups has arrived, which means this is a destined opportunity coming in. It indicates that this opportunity is something that is golden for you. And I feel this is you following your heart, and really loving what you do. And I feel like you're nurturing your career, and there is growth there, okay? Now we have the 10 of Cups. Now, some of you may be in the family business, and if you are in the family business, I feel you may actually kind of do a little bit of reshuffling. And what I mean by that is there may be something that you've done for a long time, but you feel it's time for a change. So it could be that you revamp the way that you run your business, or you may implement a new idea, but it's almost like you put something else on the sideline. And I feel it's something that the whole family may agree with, apart from one. Okay, so there may be someone who needs a little bit of convincing regarding this change over the next 6 weeks. Now, of course, that's not going to resonate with all of you, but that's what's coming up there too, because 10 of Cups can be family-related business. But ultimately, I see a lot of you really kind of exhausted, feeling like you need a break. You've got 8 of Cups there, the Devil card. It can indicate that you've been running on empty, following your passions, obsessed with your work, paying lots of attention to detail, and you're just at capacity right now. And you are really excited to just wind down and spend some time with your nearest and dearest if you are taking a rest there. Five of Pentacles is a card that indicates there's been a bit of a struggle this year, and I definitely see here that the universe is sending you some sort of resource or opportunity that is going to help you overcome that struggle. It's something that you've been praying for. So it could be like a new role, could be a promotion or a bonus. I'll have to tap into that in a moment. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Gemini? We have the Two of Cups. Okay, so it's some sort of partnership. It's something you're going to love. It's something manifested. When you apply a Two of Cups to a career reading, it basically means an exchange of money for your gifts. It's a wonderful encounter where you benefit. Okay, so that's coming through there strongly. But for some of you, there could be a business partnership available here that you will either partner up with a brand or a deal or a client if you're an entrepreneur. I feel this is about people working together, the industry working together. Some of you, if you have a certain provider that you go to, especially if you're an entrepreneur, but it could be if you work in a company, you may actually hear that someone you deal with long-term becomes someone you dealt with long-term, because I feel they may close. Okay, there's an energy here of a company that you've used for a long time. They may close their shop or their services. Okay, and it means you have to look elsewhere for the service that they provide, and it can be a little bit of a headache, but I'm seeing that I'm being given the word abrupt, so it could be something that closes overnight or suddenly just sends out an email and says, actually, we've ceased trading. Okay, so that's coming out there too. Okay. Now, for some of you, if you have come to this reading and you're currently out of work, okay, and you're looking for a new opportunity, I can see a lot of you with the Ten of Cups, you just want to be happy. You just want to be fulfilled. Of course, you want money as well. Ten of Cups is prosperity. This is your protagonist energy. It means you're going to be nicely surprised, okay, and I feel it's something that could come in before the next 6 weeks are up, okay. It's something that you will start in the new year. That's what I'm seeing. It will transform your finances. For some of you, not all of you, I feel there's two opportunities here that come in. And I feel one that's offered, you really love it. However, it may offer you less money than you truly deserve. And it's not conducive to the amount of work that you would be doing in that role. But I feel a second opportunity comes in, and they come in at the same time. So really, you're going to choose the one that perhaps brings in more money. But I do see a deal that you'll make. You'll partner up with the job that you feel is absolutely right for you. I mean, the Ace of Cups indicates something being offered to you, but there may be like a surprise interview that comes up in the next coming days or even weeks, and you're like, no, you know what, December, it's closing out time, there's going to be no interviews, but suddenly one comes in. It could also be suddenly, as we start January, like the first week of January, you're like, whoa, that was quick. You know, I'm just getting this energy of something coming in by surprise, and I feel one of them with that Five of Pentacles is really kind of like has a missing ingredient or is not the right money. And then the other opportunity is perfect for you and it has everything that you want, because the Two of Cups is a card of reciprocity. It means a fair exchange of your gifts and services for finances. Okay, so I definitely see that you'll have to make a decision regarding that, but looking at it, it feels like it's a no-brainer. It feels like you choose the one that pays good money for your talents, and you're a very gifted person is what I'm being given here. Now, for the rest of you, of course, I do see here that you're going to be dealing with a lot of paperwork. I feel there's a lot of emails, tasks, responsibilities, very productive as you start to close down the year. You know, you do have that Eight of Cups, so a lot of you can't wait to kind of like have a bit of a break, even if it's for 1 or 2 days, if you're lucky. For some of you, you may be working through this period or at least focusing on alternative opportunities for you, because some of you, if you're an entrepreneur, for example, it could be that your business is always on your mind and you're thinking about new ways of like trying to diversify or keep things interesting for you. But this card, it literally says business contract, documents, gift of money. So bonus time for some of you. If you've not received it already, I definitely see a bonus coming in, especially with that Ace of Cups energy. It says writing, clerical, paperwork, and staying put. So some of you, especially since you got the Ten of Cups there and the Wheel of Fortune, a lot of you are actually really content where you're at, okay? So it can indicate that you got a nice bonus and you feel like that you are, happy where you are, but you always know that there is room for growth, okay? So I feel there could be some sort of opportunity, I would say, to work with someone or head up a project where you collaborate, because a lot of you looking at this energy, I'm not seeing like promotion vibes until 2025. So if you are looking to step into a new role, I feel there is a role that could be on the same sort of level as what you're in right now, and there may be a little bit more money attached to it, but it feels like it's not a promotion. So I'm not really sure what that would entail. I mean, it could be that you're moving department and you're kind of on the same level and just a little bit more money. But I feel there's a promotion energy coming for you in 2025, okay? But not within the 6 weeks that I'm reading for. I see a lot of changes in your industry. If you're an entrepreneur, this could be that, rules, regulations, policies changing, more documents to sign. Some of you could also be settling down to do your tax or your receipts at this time. It could be that you are actually trying to just wind down things in order to tie up loose ends before you close out 2024 for good. Also see some of you, there is an energy here that some of you may be writing something on the side of what you do already. So whether you are trying to set up your own business or you have your own business, it could be that you're writing a book or writing a course of learning about whatever it is that you do so you can enhance your earning potential. Some of you may be like writing a novel during this period and getting a publishing deal. If you are creating something, I see a deal here, especially if you're an entrepreneur, artist, performer. I see some sort of collaboration here that will take you way into 2025. So it could be if you're interviewing for a job as well. I see, you partnering up with someone or a company that you love, and it just feels like it's a perfect match, okay? Now, of course, if you're an entrepreneur and you don't want to partner up with anybody, it can mean that, all the services that you need to run your business smoothly are available to you. You utilize those resources, but I feel second streams of income for you. So diversifying and finding another thing that you love doing that really brings in more wealth there. Wheel of Fortune indicates this is a very auspicious time to launch things. I would definitely say luck is on your side. This is a card that indicates a lot of you are changing the way that you work, because Wheel of Fortune is a cycle energy. It means cycles are changing. They're going to be very auspicious for you. You will celebrate this period in your working environment, and I feel there is something to toast. I feel there is something to celebrate for you over the next 6 weeks. Now, this could be good news. Some of you may win a bursary or an award, or you may get some sort of, what's that energy I'm being given? Trying to read the energy on this one. It could be a sponsorship deal or maybe a brand deal or something like that, because I feel promotion is like 2025. I don't see like promotion energy in the next 6 weeks. Maybe something you hear about, maybe you have a meeting about it, but I don't see it being actioned in the next 6 weeks is what I see there. But I'm also being given the sentence right now, fortune favors the brave. So some of you may be thinking about launching something during this period, especially since Mercury is no longer in retrograde. When you listen to this, it can be that you get a smooth path ahead for you to launch something. I feel it's a very lucky time for you, but also I feel like you may be thinking about taking calculated risks, strategizing new ways of working, plotting and planning your next steps for next year. And when you get this card, this, of course, means a change in fortune. Prosperity is coming your way, but you may be looking at the easy come, easy go aspect of finances this month. So you're looking at, if you got a bonus, for example, it could be that you're spending, gifting during this period, or you may feel that, you go out and have fun with friends, or, just go to events that are unusual, like pop-up events and things like that, that you just treat yourself to these things, and it just feels like you have a little bit more outgoings this month than you have incomings, is what I see. But actually with that Two of Cups, I feel things plateau. It's like you almost like delegate a certain amount of money as a budget and say, okay, I'm going to utilize that for having fun, and then I'm going to save that for 2025. And I feel like you really balance or use a temperate energy with your finances this month. So you should be really proud of that too. I mean, the Five of Pentacles can indicate that, you know, you leave 2024 like with a little bit less money in your pocket for the month than you do other months, okay? But it will be replenished because the Wheel of Fortune is present, which means there's a cycle of repeat that occurs for you, and whatever you sort of spend or give out, it will be replenished in your bank account. So it feels like a boomerang effect there. Now, we do have that Ten of Cups. So again, this is prosperity. So I feel there is something that you and your family will celebrate. I feel there is something that benefits you and your family, but that Ten of Cups, it basically means that, you know, you're more focused on feeling good about your working environment, you know, healthier working practices, taking good emotional care, because I feel a lot of you have been under pressure recently. Some of you may be leaving a toxic environment. You may have given in your notice, or you're thinking about leaving a toxic environment, okay? As you can see here, we've got the secret stash. Pennies, you're saving for some sort of business move there. We've got that Eight of Cups, walking away from something that is not emotionally fulfilling, but also the Devil card can indicate that things are taking their toll on you and you're just fed up. You don't want to deal with this anymore. And there's plenty more opportunities out there. So you may be secretly putting your resume out there, finding new roles or opportunities. And of course, I've already mentioned that there are two available to you. One is a little bit less money than you are used to or that you want, and the other one is the right exchange financially for you, which of course I feel like you will choose that one, okay? Now, with that Ten of Cups as well, of course money is important, so I definitely see that you may be thinking about, you know, spending time with family and friends, and you may kind of brainstorm setting something up on the side, second streams of income. So you may be doing something long-term in a career, but you may be talking about or even exploring an opportunity to partner up with a person in business that you really trust. This could be a family member, doesn't have to be, but I feel ultimately the Ten of Cups indicates that you're looking back at the year you've just had, and even though it was a struggle, it was a little bit difficult, you're exhausted, because I'm being given the word fatigue in the water right now for you. Eight of Cups can indicate with the Devil card fatigue as well. So I feel a lot of you want to spend time with the people that you really care about, your soul tribe. And I feel there is this energy, even though you're in a career, it's like you are rich because you have good people around you. And, you know, people, I'm being given a song right now, You Raise Me Up. That's a very famous song by Josh Groban. Yeah, I can't really remember the singer's name 100%. So I'll have to check that out. But I'm just hearing the song You Raise Me Up. So either, you know, you feel very supported by the people that you consider your soul tribe. Could also indicate that some of you, not all of you, may have a conversation with your boss where you feel a little bit more supported in your career endeavors. Could also indicate that you know that someone in your family is like supporting you, cheering you on from the sidelines, or it could be someone in spirit who you feel their presence. You know that someone's watching over you and guiding you towards success. But remember, you are also the gifted person who is bringing, you know, your A game to your career. I feel a lot of you, this is about, you know, giving your 100% effort to transforming your finances. I also see that someone wants to give you an opportunity to reach your desired position. So this song may be something that you hear over the next coming weeks and months. So it could be that a boss, if you work for a career, wants to open up a position for you, but it's not ready until 2025 if it's a promotion. If it's kind of like just moving into a different department with a similar sort of money, maybe just a small increase, it could be something that you hear about in the next coming weeks. If you're an entrepreneur, it could be that someone really champions your business, someone who actually has, you know, some sort of large following or large audience, someone famous who wants to like promote or shout about your services because they love what you do. There's someone here who is going to be around you in the next 6 weeks who wants to really champion you and highlight that you're doing a really awesome job. Some of you may feel unappreciated in your working environment, and you may even be surprised by this alliance. So it could be someone that suddenly shows their true colors and you're like, wow, I didn't ever think that they liked me. Or, you know, it's someone who really wants to literally like the song, raise you up. Listen out for that song because I feel it coincides with really awesome news regarding your career, but also with your money, okay? Now, we do have secret stash, save the pennies, finding money, okay? Now, of course, this can indicate that, you know, you're being really savvy with your finances, but it's in the resistance position at first. So it tells me that, you know, the beginning to middle and end of December, perhaps you're not able to save as much as you'd hoped for, but you will sort of regain composure and keep a tight rein on your finances and get back to your budget. And I feel that you will be able to save because anything that's in the resistance position, it goes into the upright there. We've also got acting, assistant, hidden potential, and unknown. Okay, so I feel that this could indicate a couple of things, really. Some of you, if you're a performer, I definitely see here there is some opportunity offered to you. I mean, I would say that you get to negotiate a better deal. They may try to offer you a money that's kind of like less than you truly deserve. But if you have an agent, for example, because the Two of Cups can indicate like a creative alliance, or a manager may champion you and get more money for you, for example. Please apply it to your creative situation. For example, if you're going through agency work, it could be that your agency get you better money on a new contract. Some of you, you know, this card can also indicate that an actor or a well-known personality is drawn to your goods and services and champions you, and it's like free promotion for your services or your goods, especially if you're an entrepreneur. There could be like a famous person who really loves what you do, and you have a long-standing working relationship with each other in the future, okay? Now, also, a lot of you may tap into a hidden talent over the next 6 weeks, something that you are naturally good at. I almost want to say it's not hidden. I feel it's just you know about it, but you haven't had the time to do it. Because I feel a lot of you have been feeling stuck. You've been pushed and pulled in many different directions. You've had a lot on your plate and you are exhausted. So to add another thing to your list is like enough already. So I feel like as we start to slow down the energy and close out 2024, some of you have some rumination time to really think about, you know, launching this other side of yourself, or having a creative endeavor or a spurt of inspiration where you create something and it could actually bring in more money. So if suddenly you decide to dabble in painting over the seasonal period and put it up on a social media platform, someone could see it and say, I love that, I want to buy it, how much is it? So you may discover that people want to pay for something that you're doing as a hobby, for example. Now, I would also say that some of you may actually see someone in their true colors in the next 6 weeks. They could reveal themselves. Secret sneak, for example, someone who is keeping an eye on your ideas. I would say patent or copyright anything that you're creating or kind of like inventing at this time, because there could be someone who is keeping their eyes on you in secret and they may try to get ahead of you or take credit for your work. Also, it says here theft. Okay, now I feel more than anything theft of ideas, but for some of you, I'm getting a really random thing. If you want to take a day off or take a vacation, there could be someone who tries to like pip you to the post and book a holiday or a vacation, or say no to you and say, no, you can't do that because I've got that day off. I'm really sorry. This could be a boss, okay? So this is someone who's abusing their power. It could be that they're waiting for the last minute to book a vacation or a day off. And suddenly when you come to them and say, actually, I need a day off, I'm going to spend a family day or a duvet day or whatever it is you need to do, maybe run some errands. It could be that it's met at first with the person saying no, okay? And I feel like you get to negotiate this and plead your case, and they will change their mind. Okay, that's something that's coming out there. Okay. Now, of course, if you're an entrepreneur, you are your own boss, so you get to decide when you take time off. But something could come up where you feel, oh, your presence is needed, or you need to focus on it. So it's almost like you may be entailing to like take this day off, but something arises. I feel like you will double down on your focus and get it done before your day off, so you're still able to take the time out that you need, okay? So it's all about prioritizing is what I see there. Now, with the Eight of Cups, some of you, especially with the Mask card, could be that you're hiding the fact that you've put your resume out there and you've already got a new opportunity to go to in the new year, and you're just waiting for the right moment to give in your notice. Or for some of you, you're secretly looking elsewhere because you want to leave. Because this pile here is like staying where you're at right now is the energy, but these two cards, it can indicate that, yeah, you want to stay where you're at right now, but you're still keeping your eye on what else is out there to see if you can get a better deal to increase your finances. You know, you're just looking out for you. I feel like you're prioritizing your financial needs and, of course, the trajectory that your career is on. Some of you, if you are an entrepreneur and you have people working for you, you may actually have someone leave during this period. And some of you, not all of you, you may actually have to go through the difficult task of making some redundancies. I feel if you've had to do that, I feel, yes, of course, you are, financially cutting back in order to keep your business streamlined. I totally get that. But I feel it could be a difficult time for you there as well. Don't get me wrong, if this is something that you haven't already decided on, I don't see you having to suddenly do it. I want you to be aware of that. But I feel some of you may be going through that at this time. I feel that whoever, you are having to let go of, I feel like they will move on to great opportunities as well. So I feel, in a way, the cycle of change often is a positive one. We don't feel like it at the time, but eventually it works out for the best. Now, I also feel some of you may be launching something. You don't know how it's going to go. Don't worry about it. I feel there's nothing to worry about. I feel like actually it's going to do really well, and I feel it's going to draw a lot of attention towards you. And I feel it'll be a slow amount of money at first that comes in, but then I feel it really will take off. And a lot of you, that Eight of Cups is like you just need a break. You just need a rest. You just want to get away. A lot of you, the Eight of Cups can also represent this sense of release, thinking about restarting something. So you may revisit some sort of working environment or project that you've had on the go. I feel there's an energy of some of you even thinking about potentially a bit of a course correction later on in your career sector. It could be that you stay in the same industry, but you want to try a different niche part of it, okay? And it could be that you're strategizing to set yourself up to explore that. This is a very explorative card, and whoever walks away on the Eight of Cups stumbles straight into the Nine of Cups, which is wish fulfillment, but you're intending to go all the way to the top with the Ten of Cups, and you shall reach your desired destination, is what I see there. Now, Eight of Cups, of course, can be that, you feel there's a missing ingredient in your working environment. So you may be doing a bit of brainstorming on how to approach your work differently in 2025, maybe have important conversations to make sure that your needs are met so that you can grow in your industry and feel like your skill set is really being utilized. That Eight of Cups can also indicate that you are completing all your tasks as you transition into the new year, and that you leave everything in 2024 completed, and now you're on to a new year and a fresh new start. So some of you, this is like taking a vacation, winding down the energy, and during this period you'll do a bit of soul searching, seeking deeper meaning in your career sector, and wanting different things. When you get the Eight of Cups, it can also indicate that you may have to decide between a job that you love and money. It's like a head over heart decision. So I feel a lot of you with that Ace of Cups, as I said, there is an opportunity offered that you will love, but it may be less money, or it may not offer you the money that you really deserve in that role. And although, you may look into your finances and your strategy, if you feel like you can take it, of course you may take it, but I do see another opportunity coming in that you will still love, but it offers you the right amount of money, okay? That's coming through there strongly. Now, the Devil card and the Eight of Cups, some of you may feel a little bit unfulfilled in your current role. You may want to stay where you're at because you feel comfortable there, but you may feel that you need to negotiate a better deal to find that missing ingredient or make sure that you discover it in 2025. That Devil card can also indicate, especially if you're an entrepreneur, that you feel like you've reached a plateau or you feel a bit stuck in a cycle of repeat in your career, in your industry, and you want to diversify and do something different to keep things interesting. So I see a lot of you, although you're exhausted, because the Devil card in the resistance position, it can indicate that you are feeling a bit stuck, but also drained, and you are deciding to change your approach. The Eight of Cups is to change the way of doing something, and you're leading with your passions, which really reignites that lust for your career. The Devil card can actually be a lusty energy of you going, I'm excited about that, let's run with that. You're not being impulsive because the Devil card is in the resistance position. I feel like you're strategizing and you're sticking to your plans, and you will be on target. Now, of course, you're going to be very productive. This period tends to be a bit of a review period. So I see you, focusing on contracts, emails, phone calls, tax maybe for some of you. Could also be paperwork. I see a lot of you just like finalizing things. And the Devil card, with the Eight of Cups, some of you could see a Capricorn leave a position or maybe go off to start up on their own. So there could be a headhunting energy here. Could be that, someone leaves the firm that you're at and decides to offer you a role where they are at. And if you're an entrepreneur, this could be that someone from your industry who is well known, also very difficult to deal with is what I'm being given, they may step down, and in your industry is a bit of a reshuffle, or suddenly, people start to look for the alternative to this person, and they see your goods and services as the alternative, and it sets you apart from everybody else. It kind of puts a spotlight on your industry and you being the people's choice there. Okay, that's what I'm being given there. Okay, finally we've got Butterfly. So this, of course, is about transformation, changing the way that you work, but also something in your industry transforming. I feel like you're in a really good position to weather any redundancies or transformations or changes. I always say it's very important to realize that whenever the universe wants us to change direction, it will send a bit of a tower moment, okay, for us to transform. I don't see any tower here, okay? If anything, I see that if you're frustrated or someone makes you a little bit, angry, or you're just feeling like you're working in a toxic environment, some of you are actually going to leave that environment towards something better, something that you love at this time, okay? And it's the universe's way of saying there is a better way. And, it says sudden change here. So although you don't have the Tower energy, this card can represent a sudden change in your industry or a sudden change in your fortune, which is going to be really good here because the Two of Cups is something you're going to love, something you want to partner up with. It says frivolous spending, short-term loan, arts, movement, temp jobs, and fun work. Now, I see that you just want to do something that you love and get paid for it and build on your finances, build your empire. And I feel like you're going to have a lot of creative alliances or people who want to help you do that. I'm also seeing an energy here of, because I'm scrying in the water at the same time as doing a reading, I'm seeing the game Twister. Now this has come up before, like many months ago for perhaps another sign, I can't really remember, but I'm seeing the game of Twister, which can indicate that you bend over backwards for your work, or for your clients, or for whatever it is that you do. And, if someone asks you for a near impossible task, you make the impossible possible. You may have been feeling like overstretched, but there could be a plot twist or some sort of change that, you really come up trumps. You really sort of make it work, okay? And you may need to be flexible at this time with these changes, because a sudden change doesn't mean like suddenly you leave a position, but it could mean that there are sudden changes where people don't feel an alliance anymore with the industry that they're working in or the company that they're working in. If you're an entrepreneur, it could be that suddenly a client changes or relocates and it's difficult to ship to them, or it's more expensive and they're not willing to pay the money, but you're not willing for it to be at your expense. So it could be that you decide to let that person go, but there's an even better client alliance coming in, someone who's not so difficult, someone who actually brings more money to your industry. So I feel there's an energy here of things swinging in roundabouts. Now, for some of you, it could be that also you take up a second stream of income. You do something that you love that's more artistic, and at the same time, you have that stable position on the side. But I feel, short-term loan, for some of you, if you're financially struggling with something, I feel you have a resource to reach out to you. And if you need to speak to any service providers because you feel you cannot make a payment, I feel it's really important to reach out to them and tell them your circumstances, because I do see that they will form some sort of an agreement with you that sees you give what you can in that circumstance, and they kind of make allowances for your financial situation rather than ignoring it, because then it will snowball into something that's unmanageable. So I feel it's important for you to realize that you do have support there if you are struggling with finances, because not everybody is doing super well, but I do see the majority of the energy that I'm picking up on here doing even better in 2025, regardless of your circumstances right now. Now, the Ace of Cups indicates the universe stepping in with an opportunity. A lot of you, it is a bonus, okay? If you've not received this already, I definitely see it's coming in for you. But more than anything, I feel, this is a card that's like, visualize what it is that you want, and it will become your reality in your working environment. I feel an opportunity is being given to you. Now, for some of you, it is a project that you're going to love if you're staying where you're at. For some of you, it's a creative alliance. If you're an entrepreneur or you work in a certain industry, it could be that, you form a partnership or a friendship or an alliance, or you have a new agreement. There is a deal here, and I feel like you may seal the deal with an opportunity that comes in, and it is long-standing and very lucrative for you, okay? Also, with the Ace of Cups, if you are someone who basically is like an influencer and you're online, it could be that you're setting up like a second channel, or it could be that you are getting some sort of brand deal there over the next coming weeks and months that changes your fortune. There's something here about having two things connected that may kind of like decrease money. So it's best that although they are two, they are separate rather than linked. I don't know what that means. So I'm just going to leave that there. I apologize that I'm not getting anything more on that, but I'm being given this thing of like, if you're doing one thing and it's very successful and you're like, okay, I'm going to set up something very similar, don't link them, because it may mean that, you get less money or something. Keep them separate and they will thrive and bring in more money than if they were linked. Don't know what that means. Please apply it to your situation. I'm just going to leave it there, okay? Two of Cups, often means that something you love comes in and you're in an agreement with it. There's an affinity with it. I feel like you will toast something. There is something to celebrate here, especially since we've got that Wheel of Fortune and the Two of Cups. But it also can be a coming togetherness of teamwork, of collaboration, of, you basically doing what you love and getting a fair and financial exchange from it. I definitely see that you will meet someone new, or there is some sort of encounter, whether it's a networking opportunity or even, you may meet one of the big bosses in the firm that you work for. There's some sort of like encounter here where you benefit from it, and that's coming through very strongly with that. Now, of course, the Two of Cups indicates a harmonious environment, loving what you do and just feeling like you belong in that environment. But also when you get Two Cups, it can indicate explorative time. So some of you may be trying or trialing something during this period, and then you settle that, yes, this is where I belong. This is something that I really love doing. This is something I'm going to launch or implement. And I feel, there will be some financial gains from it there too. Now, I just want to pull a card on the Five of Pentacles, because the Five of Pentacles, it can indicate that financially over the next coming weeks, you're making your resources go a long way. It can indicate there that, you are recognizing that financially it's tough out there for people, but you're utilizing your resources, and something you've been praying for, it will be delivered to you. Because remember, it just doesn't sit alone. It sits with the Ace of Cups and the Two of Cups. So it can be that you are in need of something that you feel like you lack right now, whether it's a missing ingredient in your career sector, whether it's a tool So for example, if the printer keeps jamming at your working environment, it could be after the seasonal break, you find they've invested in a new printer and you're like, thank goodness. Now it's going to stop me from like having to wait 5 minutes by the printer trying to unjam the printer and then having to call out the engineer, and it's frustrating. So it could be something like that. Or if you're an entrepreneur, it could be that you're spending some of your money to reinvest in you expanding your business. You know, that energy of speculating to accumulating. That came out in another reading recently, and it's just coming up in the energy right now there. Now, of course, I feel a lot of you, especially if you are working and you are going out there and partying, some of you could pick up a seasonal cold during this time. So I would say, you know, make sure that you protect your immune system. I feel some of you, if you have been a little bit unwell recently, it may have given you time to convalesce, but also to think about your circumstances. You know, anything that's on the pentacle side, it means your dream becomes a reality, something tangible on the physical plane. So I feel with that Five of Pentacles, you know, it's giving me strong vibes of alternative forms of abundance. And this could indicate second streams of income, new ideas, launching new ways of working, and opening your eyes to treasures that are within you that you haven't explored. So kind of like hidden talents or something that perhaps you know about, but you haven't really gone deeper on. And the Eight of Cups can be that you are exploring and going deeper on something that you're passionate about, but you're a little bit worried, you didn't know how things were going to work out for you, okay? Now, some of you may be offered something where you have to travel, and you may be like weighing up your options regarding travel. Is it too much money to travel? Are you paying out more money on it? So I feel like you may negotiate a deal where you get your travel kind of embedded in your pay, if that makes sense. But the Eight of Wands, it really means good news. It means that you are going to move into 2025 very enthusiastic, a lot of energy. You're going to be seeing progress. You're committed to your goals and dreams. And this is a card of having confidence and, you know, having the energy to move forward, especially after a period of respite and recharging your batteries with that Eight of Cups there. Eight is normally the number of the self. So this is about being proud of yourself, being inspired, and, you know, really kind of like having some good news rushing in that you will celebrate. You did this all by yourself. And some of you may be thinking about launching an independent business because, as I said, 8 is the number of the self, and the Eight of Cups can be that you want to go solo, that you're walking away from something to utilize your knowledge into running your own business and upskilling and, you know, really nurturing your craft. And you may be a little bit anxious or nervous. You don't know how it's going to go, but I can see here that things are going to be very successful for you, and you're going to be so proud of yourself there as well. Okay. Now I'm just going to go and get some final cards before I close your reading. I'm being given this energy, especially since my guides are showing me the twister thing again. It's like a move that seems complicated. Let me get my teeth back in my mouth. Yeah, it seems complicated, but it's actually doable. Okay, so for some of you, it could be that if you work for a company, that there's a refurbishment going on, or perhaps, you know, your premises are moving somewhere else and it feels like a big old headache to get everything organized, but it's doable and it's manageable and it gets done in the time frame that is necessary. For some of you, it may be you like relocating your business overseas, because we've got the Eight of Wands card there. So it could be that you're migrating your business or thinking about migrating your business overseas, or you want to be more nomadic in your working environment. And whatever it is that you're thinking that you want, because you're starting what you want. You know, this card is like you're starting with your vision. You're saying, I want to be happy. I want it all. You know, the Ten of Cups is to have it all. You're investing all your energy into making a success of your circumstances. Fortune favors your path right now. And whilst it's difficult, there's a lot of opportunities coming your way to make sure that you reach your desired destination. Eight of Wands means you're going to make progress. And I feel, you know, there is a lot of positive energy about you, that the way ahead is clear. But it could be some sort of move that you preempt that is going to be difficult, but actually it works out better. And some of you may wish that you'd done it sooner. That's what I'm picking up on there as well. Okay, so finally we have free yourself, okay? Free yourself. So money blocks being freed up here. Some of you may even read a book on freeing yourself from money blocks, or like maybe even like being a boss or CEO. I'm just getting an energy of a book either being gifted to you over the next coming weeks. It could be a book about like transforming your business or diversifying, or, you know, going overseas, whatever it is, or setting up, launching something, because the Ace of Cups can be launching as well. So please take it as it resonates. This book will really do you well, and it'll give you a lot of information that you need. It says, work to pay off your debt and unlock earning potential, open to prosperity. And I mean, this card literally means you're open to prosperity, and the universe says, okay, so I'm sending it. So I definitely see here that your hard work is going to pay off. And finally, we've got going in style. So this is giving me huge like luxury vibes. Some of you are going to be able to treat yourself. I feel this is about you making progress, seeing that you're building a life of luxury for yourself, building upon your finances. And it says little luxuries help you build up to greater things later. Treat yourself. So this could be you reinvesting in your business, treating yourself to a course to expand your knowledge, or to upskill, new tools for whatever it is that you do. Some of you may treat yourself to like a new wardrobe in order to impress in the working environment. Whatever it is, I feel it helps you make progress. Some of you may also purchase a company car, especially if you're an entrepreneur. Some of you may be saving with the money that you earn either as a bonus or, you know, during this month, and purchase a personal car. So please take it as it resonates there. But ultimately, Chariot vibes indicate success, triumph. Your dedication is going to see you make progress, and victory is assured. You know, a lot of you are exhausted, but you will have the energy and the confidence to be very disciplined, and you will see your efforts start to pay off, and your commitment to prosperity, because that's what I see in your protagonist energy there, it will pay off, and your dreams are grounded in reality. A lot of you, it could be the start of a new project that will literally transform your life, okay, and give you really good creative alliances as well. So I'm just going to go and get a trinket or room before we close. Okay, so we have a button. Interesting, we have a second mask. Look at that. I mean, some of you may attend an industry event. Could be a staff party or something like that where there are masks. Okay, it could be fancy dress, for example. If you are attending one of those, there is a potential to find love, or for someone to declare their feelings for you. So just be mindful of that. There could be a lusty encounter. It may feel like a one-night thing, but actually, I feel it's something that could turn into a long-term thing there. Also, I would say, especially since we had theft there, Eight of Cups, Devil card. I mean, I hate to say this, okay, and I don't really want to say this, but there could be an opportunist who, if you work in an environment or, you know, where there's an office, or it could be like any industry really, I see like a potential for an opportunist to really just like pinch something. Okay, so if you leave your cell phone on the table, for example, you know, there's a potential that it could go missing. Or, you know, if you're someone who has expensive tools for your working environment, make sure you lock up your van, for example. Also, I don't know if you heard that, but, you know, my laptop, which is so random, just decided to turn itself on and sing. You know, it does that little when it sort of like comes on there. I would say, you know, if you are someone who has a laptop, you work with that, then I would say, you know, just, you know, be with your product or be with your tools or lock them up, secure them, only because the word theft is there in that card and the mask came out twice. So I don't feel you need to be paranoid about anything, but you know, it could be the season where people like to get a little bit light-fingered, okay? Now, we do have the rose there, which means you're growing in your career. There is reward, sweet reward for your efforts. It's been hard, you know, roses have thorns, but I feel the effort will be worth it, okay? So I feel this is a lot of expansion and growth in your career sector. Also, someone may gift you something in the next coming weeks as a token of appreciation for your service. It could be a client, could be, they send you a basket of muffins or some flowers, or it could be that, you are gifted something that really shows that actually they do appreciate you. Even if you feel that maybe they don't, they may surprise you. And finally, we've got the Lantern. So this is about, good quality time, new ideas, taking some time to rest. I would say it's important because it basically connects to the Hermit card, where the Hermit has the Lantern, which has the star in it for inspiration. So I feel this is about you being inspired. It's about you brainstorming, but it's also you withdrawing to get good quality rest. Doing some soul searching in your career, you're going to find answers, and everything will be revealed to you in good time. So very excited about your path ahead. You're doing an awesome job. You should be super proud of yourself. No doubt here. I would say be confident in your skill set, and I see a lot of progress as you move into 2025 as well. So I'll leave it there, my beautiful Gemini. Thank you so much for your time and your energy, and love and light.